What up, y'all? Welcome to Doobies with Dougala. Sorry I started without you. So I've been a little bit quiet the last few days because I fell down and dislocated my jaw. I'm still talking kind of funny. It still hurts like hell. I fell down like really fast. I stepped on a bottle, a Gatorade bottle. High velocity on this side caught the point of my jaw. Whack! Right on the fucking table. My whole fucking jaw was just hanging down here. I had to shove it back in there. Holy fuck, did that hurt. It's about 4 days ago. I want to put a PSA out there for all my fellow toothless motherfuckers. This is the thing. I've got cashew butter, almond butter, pistachio butter. I was looking for some walnut butter. I couldn't find any. Pecan butter. I got all kinds of butter. Cream that shit up. I'll eat it. It's good. Saves me the chewing. So I'm getting ready to paint another house. Been trimming like crazy. Making a little hash here and there. Trying to avoid people. Put a new sticker up on the wall, but you can't hardly see it. And I kind of didn't think it through. It's a window sticker. But oh well. Oregon is sticker heaven. I mean, if you look through my camper, everywhere you look, there's just stickers everywhere. Every wall, all over my windows. All my jars have them on them. I can put stickers on my grinder. That's a brand of pre-rolls that I buy. That every time you buy a pack, it comes with a sticker that has the name of the strain on it. This one was apparently gelato cake. And that's a brand of Keef that I like to buy. Well, I don't like to buy it, but if I'm going to buy Keef, that's the brand I want. It's really clean. Good shit. So what's happening out in the world? Anything? Nobody ever answers that question when I ask. I pay very little attention to what's happening on the news. I saw El Presidente crashed his bicycle or some shit. Oh, smoking Jose. Um, Good piece of shit. I hope he dies. No, I would retract that. I don't hope he dies. I hope he suffers like a motherfucker to the age of 125. I hope he gets the shingles on his dick and it never goes away. There's some really horrific people in history who have not harmed as many people as Joe Biden. Fuck that geriatric old prick Nazi motherfucker. How in the hell anybody that's ever smoked a fucking joint in their life could ever fucking put their support behind that piece of shit motherfucker? Remember when the war on drugs went from something that happened in the inner city to something that was happening everywhere, and every fucking stop suddenly included a drug dog, and fucking cops were just throwing you in jail for every fucking thing they could? A roach, a seed, a fucking bong. All that came from Joe Biden's crime bill. Article B supplementation, mandatory minimum sentences, the funding, the fucking specialized drug task force, all that shit came out of '94 crime bill. Joe Biden was the author. He didn't write the shit. He's too fucking stupid to write it. But he sponsored it. And old Slick Willie signed it. That bill alone is responsible for putting tens of millions of people in danger. If not, it killed many, many people. Man, I can't even put a number on it. Let alone the foreign policies that they implemented about the drug war when he was in office. Fuck off. Fuck him. Fuck him. Fucking Joe Biden. Kamala Harris was throwing fucking people that were giving cannabis to cancer patients in fucking prison for it. For giving cannabis to people with cancer. Not selling, giving. Fuck her too. I hope her fucking pussy heals over and she's got to raise her elbow to piss. Fucking bitch. You know how many fucking people died in prison because of those two? Fuck the both of them. I hope every last one of their nights left on this earth is fucking full of nightmares. I hope they wake up in utter fucking fear every morning, screaming on the edge of the abyss. Still less than they deserve. So, I might have got excited about the story if, like, the bike ended up his ass or something. Or ripped his testicles off on the fucking chain guard or something. No, nothing there for me. You want to know which party represents you? Go on your yard. Look in your drive. You see your private jet? No? Neither of them. Dumb fuck. Have you not paid attention to anything that's ever happened in all of fucking history? Politicians protect the economy. That's it. They don't give a fuck about your rights. They don't give a fuck about the Constitution. They don't give a fuck about your welfare, your freedom. They don't give a fuck about anything you got or think or feel or do except for your vote. That's it. And the reason they want it so they can protect the economy, because the economy protects them. The left wing and the right wing both belong to the vultures that feed on the fucking blood of patriots. Thomas Jefferson was not a patriot. Thomas Jefferson was a politician. And he stole things from other patriots and used them as fucking speeches. He was never a patriot. He was a rapey fucking old man with slaves. And an alcoholic. Bad. An alcoholic, rapey old man in a wig. Name one thing either party's ever done for you. Every bit of progress we have enjoyed in this nation has come at the point of a fucking pitchfork. Every bit of it. The ending of slavery was because of violence. The ending of child labor was violence. The ending of labor abuse altogether was violence. The end of Jim Crow was violence. The only time our government has ever fucking given an inch on anything but the economy was when we started burning shit down. I don't know how many women I've seen complaining about fucking these BLM kids and the fucking anarchists that are out there fucking burning shit down because they're pissed off the government. And I'm like, you realize if people weren't willing to go out there and fucking burn shit down, you still wouldn't be voting, woman. It was okay when they did it. Harriet Tubman didn't ask for permission. Rosa Parks didn't ask for permission. The reason people turn to rioting and to burning shit down and to destroying and stealing and looting and all that shit is because they don't have a vested interest. No matter how hard they work, no matter how much time and energy and money they put into this system, this great American system can, will, and does fuck you at every corner. And puts all of the onus of all the bad decisions and all the bad choices on the poorest and most vulnerable of the people. Every time. These are our servants that we pay for services. Have you ever tried to get services from the government? Have you ever had services visited upon you against your will by the government? Have you ever dealt with CPS? Have you ever dealt with the friend of the court? I have a restraining order against the friend of the court in the state of Michigan, against the entire fucking entity. Do not contact. Leave me the fuck alone. They took money from me for 17 years that they had no right to. None. Fuckers. The government doesn't service us. There's no services provided to me by the government. The only people helping me out is the Department of Agriculture. And I'm a farmer, so them are my people. I've never been helped by the United States Army. I've never been helped by the Marine Corps. I've never been helped by the fucking Department of Engineers. All they do is fuck shit up and make everything worse. Let me tell you a little story about the Army Corps of Engineers. Long time ago. Like, I remember, like 1800s, mid 1800s maybe. They put it in, I think it was before the time of Mark Twain, whatever that was. Because Mark Twain talks about the first of them. But the Army Corps of Engineers put in a weir on the Mississippi to try to control the flooding. And it didn't work. So they put in another one. That didn't work. So they put in another one. That didn't work. And they put in another one. That didn't work. All the way from motherfucking Minneapolis or whatever, from Minnesota, all the fucking way to New Orleans. And none of them worked. None of it helped at all. In fact, there's weirs in, I believe it's in Missouri. Maybe. I don't remember. There's weirs along where the Mississippi used to be, and it ain't no more. That they built. And there's just these big fucking concrete weirs out in the middle of a fucking dry ass field. It didn't work. Dumbasses. If you want to know anything about how our country actually operates, the mechanics of it, read Catch 22. It's that accurate. The entire fucking thing's ridiculous. You know, you can watch what they do. The representatives, the Congress people, the senators, you can watch what they're doing on your dime. This C-SPAN 2 is, you know, and a lot of these committee meetings and shit, they're private when they happen, but they get declassified and you can go watch them. Go watch them. The number one goal of every last motherfucking person in fucking Washington, D.C. is to go on the record. That's it. They don't give a fuck about what gets passed, what don't get passed. They just want to be on the record. Saying what they're paid to say. For fuck's sake. You don't have to watch it for very long to watch what's going on. You could listen to these motherfuckers talk and tell where the money came from that put them in office. Very little research. You can hear the shit they're talking about. Oh, we need to pass this bill to deregulate the amount of organic chlorines that a corporation can put into the water table in a single year, and you go look for their fucking background, their money, and they're coming from fucking paper mill country. And the contributors to their campaign are all fucking paper mills and sawmills and loggers and Scott Paper Towel, Howard Paper Company. You feel me? That's how it fucking works. Just think of politicians as PR men between the government, or between the corporations and us. And that's how we're going to have to fucking run it. Because you are never going to take greed out of politics. Just operate politics with the assumption of greed. Whoever helps the most people gets the most money. Duh. Wouldn't it make sense that a certain percentage of the taxes that you pay, especially the ones that come out of your income tax against your will, out of your income, wouldn't it make sense that a certain percentage of those you get to choose where it goes? I don't want my money going to law enforcement. Every last statistic on the book says they're impotent. If anything, they exacerbate crime. They do almost nothing to prevent crime. They solve less than 22% of crimes. A whole shitload of the crimes they do solve, they invented on the fly, or created a situation so that they could occur. $3 billion in civil rights violations. By some estimates, 40,000 operating police officers that are currently on a Brady's list in the country. These are just the cases that we know about. I've been through the system. I've been to prison. I've been to jail. I've dealt with the fucking pigs and the lawyers and the judges and the... I had a judge say to me in the courtroom, say to my lawyer, because my lawyer read the statute in the courtroom. And he had to argue with the judge 3 times before the judge would even let him read the fucking statute that I was being arrested for in the courtroom. And when he read it and asked the cop, which of these 3 elements of this statute did he violate, the cop could not answer him. And this fucking judge still convicted. He could not tell the fucking judge which element of the crime I violated. And he convicted me anyway. I appealed it and got it thrown out, but... And the whole thing was fucking made up. The whole fucking thing was made up. He arrested me for arguing with him. That's it. If I truly was interfering with an investigation into a crime, he would have charged me with that. He didn't. He arrested me and charged me with disorderly conduct. I never raised my voice. I was never tumultuous. I was never angry or threatening or any of the things, nor did anybody other than the officer feel anything like that. A lot of people don't know this, but in charges like disorderly, officers can't be the complainant. There has to be a member of the public who your behavior has disturbed. But the judge, if I had had money, I could have fucking brought censure against that judge for sure. The cop couldn't tell my lawyer, couldn't testify what I did that violated the statute. That's what I arrested him for, therefore that's what he's guilty of. That was their logic. And the judge fucking agreed with them. That's the fucking system. Many, many, many years ago, I was sitting in a phone booth making some phone calls outside of a car station in the ghetto. And pretty much everyone in the neighborhood knew that the guy that worked nights at the Clark station would sell you a dime bag of almost anything. So it was well known around there, which is one of the reasons I never fucked with it. Because too many people knew about it. And it was a public place. So I didn't fuck with it. But I was sitting there making some phone calls, and these two young black kids walked up. They walked in the store. One of them pulled out a pistol and emptied it right at my buddy's head. And the last thing I saw as I dropped down into the bottom of the fucking phone booth was my buddy going over backwards with blood flying out of his fucking head. And I hang up, dial 911. I'm down there on the floor talking to 911. And in my mind, my buddy's dead, right? I mean, he wasn't my buddy. I just knew him. I went in the store every day. And we'd burn a joint a couple times. Well, all of a sudden I hear some screaming. And it's not like I'm hurt screaming. It's like fucking demons coming out of your ass screaming. And I fucking look up over the edge of the glass like this. And the guy that worked there, has got a jug of Preston in each fucking hand. And he's a mess. His whole face is just nothing but fucking blood. And he's spouting blood and swinging on both of these guys. And they're down in the corner by the door. And he's just beating them. And all of a sudden, Preston starts flying all over the glass and shit. And fucking right about then, the cops come fucking flying up. And my buddy comes walking out. And he's just got these two broken jugs of fucking Preston in his hands. And his whole fucking face is bloody, right? These fucking pigs tackle him, tase him, and put him in handcuffs. Then they go inside and fucking handcuff these other two guys, who one of them died. He beat one of them to death. And the other one was in the hospital for a long time. He pressed on the fuck out of them two dudes. And he took 4 rounds to the fucking face, and none of them hit his brain. It fucked up his throat, fucked up one of his eyes, and one of them went right around the top of his head and got embedded in the back of his skull. Dude, that dude was badass, man. He come up from behind that motherfucking counter with 2 jugs of Preston, just like, die! Wah! Fuck no, I ain't going down like that. I can't believe he didn't have a pistol working in the ghetto. You know, it seems like the owner would have kept you with a fucking something. Double barrel 12 or something in the back, sawed off. But no, they left him out there hanging in the dire straits like that. I saw that guy probably, I don't know, 15 years ago or so, on a trip back to Michigan. I stopped off in that neighborhood to see some family of mine. That dude was still around. He owns a bar down there now. His face is fucked up. No. Damn. It's a 22 pistol, revolver, like a Ruger or something. Fuck buddy up. And the fucking pigs, man. They could have killed him. He was already fucking a miracle. I mean, I literally accepted his death while I'm calling 911. I saw him taking rounds to the face, man. I was like, this motherfucker's dead. And I called the fucking cops and 911. I said, hey, somebody just blew this dude's brain out in the fucking Clark station. That's what I said to him. That's what I thought. Nope. Holy fucking stuff. The cops just ignorant as fuck. They were shitty as fuck to me, too. I'm like, I gave him my ID, told him who I was, told him where I lived, told him I witnessed the whole fucking thing, everything. And they're all like, we're going to pat you down, make sure you don't have any weapons. I'm like, yeah, whatever, that's cool. This motherfucker's just going all up in my pockets and shit. And I'm like, no, we're done. No. Get your fucking hands off me, Sparky. I mean, it got heated between me and this fucking young cop. I'm just a witness. And this motherfucker's going all gung-ho on me looking for a bag of weed or some shit. Ignorant fucking pigs. The job attracts tyrants and bullies, cowards. And the few people that are in it for good reasons are just hapless dolts, or they end up on death patrol and somehow ignore what's really going on, or they don't know. They gotta know. The whole fucking system's dirty and crooked. Every time you get in a car and drive, I don't care how carefully you drive, every time you get in a car and drive, a cop can pull you over. They don't have to have a real reason. You can have 25 fucking dash cams on. All they have to do is punch your fucking license plate in one number off. They say that it didn't come back and oops, I made a mistake. That's all I gotta fucking do. They even got a name for it. They call it fat fingering the plate. Yeah, fat fingered the plate and sparked it. They're fucking dirty. So if you make yourself known to want to hold them accountable, if you treat them like public servants, they'll fucking come after you. And they can. So when you play that game, sometimes you take the ride. That's just the fucking facts, you know? And nowadays with these cameras, you just fucking go ahead and take the ride. You know what I'm saying? Take the ride, bail out, sue the fucker. You got a camera, you got your proof. They can't lie their way through it. Because in the old days, man, if you came into jail and the cops were treating you too nice, you're going to have problems. So, plus we used to just be like, fuck, I'm going to jail anyway. Might as well take this motherfucker out. Pop him in his mouth once. Back then, cops were too big of pussies to press assault charges. They just fucking pretend it never happened. Nah, he didn't hit me. They charge resisting arrest. It's the same fucking time anyway. Resisting with violence. Yeah, he swung his arm when he was flailing around. No, I didn't, man. Fucking popped you in your piggy nose with a fucking left hook. Just for shits and giggles, because I know I'm going on the rock anyway. Every dude I grew up, if they were out like on warrants or off, absconding off parole, all that kind of shit back when we were young and wild, if we knew we were going back to prison, I'm fighting all the cops. I'm going to prison tased and maced and fucking clubbed and fucking toothless and fucking black-eyed, skull swelled up. I'm gonna spend my first month in prison in the fucking hospital. That way when I get there, bitches know I'm real. I don't fuck with cops. I don't fuck with cops or screws or sissies or none of that shit. Keep your Pop-Tart off of my Kool-Aid. So yeah, this went on a rant, but that's what happens when you smoke pot with Doug. Well, fuck over talking about crazy ass shit. Because that's what this is about. You know what this is really about, really? My whole life, man, I'd just be kicking with people, and people tell me, man, you should write a book. Well, I suck at writing, so here we are. Me and you and a doobie you too. A cat named. No, I don't have a cat. In fact, I'm over cats. I love cats, but I'm hunting cats now. Live trap them. I'm tired of it. I've said everything I'm going to say about it. I'm fucking tired of it. They destroy ecosystems quickly. I like living in a neighborhood full of life, animals, salamanders, and birds. And the other day, I feed the birds right out here. And the birds don't really care for bird feeders around here because the fucking predator birds know about them. Predator birds hunt on bird feeders all the time. And so do cats. You see cats hanging out by the bird feeders here all the time. So I feed mine on the ground. And that motherfucking cat from next door, well, I don't know where it's from. It's from somewhere around here, but it got a fucking yellow banded flicker out here when I first moved in. It pissed me the fuck off. It's one of my favorite birds in the whole world. It's like a yellow-headed woodpecker, sort of. Well, I saw that cat out here the other day, and I got it with a tennis ball. Fucking hard. Oh, wham! She just, wow! Fucking ran like a motherfucker. Calico female with a bell on. And she's still killing shit. So she came back this morning, and we elevated. This time she got it with a golf ball. Which means she's probably got a broken rib. And I know she's somebody's cat. It needs to stay out of my house. Away from my house, off my property. Other people can do what they want to about it. I don't want cats here. I got friends that are squirrels, and I got friends that are chipmunks. I got friends that are birds. I have a friend named LeBlanc that's a cat, but he stays in the fucking house. And he's fat, lazy, like a cat should be. Keep me in the fucking house, really, is what I'm trying to say. For real. Don't ruin it. Just keep me in the house. Or how about this? For a compromise. If you're gonna let them outside, make them so fucking fat they can't catch anything. Over fucking feed them. So they're just morbidly obese and they can't catch anything. And then I won't hit them with golf balls. For the record, the next one's going to be a steel ball bearing. And if that doesn't work, get out the slingshot and put an end to it. Not having it. But hopefully the golf ball convinced her this is not her fucking yard. I don't want to have to dust a cat. Anyway, Doobies with Doug. Over and out. Keep your cat in the house.